Good morning, Ekoji. Welcome to our Sunday morning service. My name is Ed Sams, and I will be your service chair today. We are grateful for your presence. Today's service is being live streamed on Zoom and YouTube, and today is a special observance of Gotanen, which celebrates the birth of Shinran Shonin, the founder of our denomination of Buddhism. If you're new to Ekoji, you can find in the back of each seat pocket this illuminated guide, which will help you through the service and answer many questions you may have regarding the service order as well as the history and the essentials of Shin Buddhism. Our main priority is keeping our Sangha a safe place to hear the Dharma. Although we are very happy to see each other, please be mindful of others' comfort levels. Please keep in mind the following policies. Please keep your masks on at all times. Thank you for understanding. Ani Naijin today is our resident minister, Reverend Nariaki Hayashi. Joining him is Minister's Certified Assistant, Bob Shimokachi. Reverend Hayashi will now lead us in opening meditation and recitation of the Nimbutsu.
Meditation provides us to prepare our mind to receive the Dharma, the Buddha's teachings. Please place your hand on your lap. Lower your head slightly, close your eyes, and release tension from meditation.
Please find the laminated sheet in the service book, which is in the back of each seat pocket. And we will now sing the Vandana Tisarana, the three refuges. Please rise. Please be seated. Please turn to page 63 in the service book, and we will now chant the Shoshin.
Recess Shin.
This morning, the Dharma message is given by Reverend Hayashi.
Yes, I know the chanting was very long. I'm sorry. So to give a little explanation of the chanting we did today, which we do not do often. So this is a poem written by our founder, Shin. And in this poem, there's also the English translation available, but he expresses his appreciation to all the masters that passed down, the teaching of Buddhism. And we don't chant this very often, but today is a special occasion, which is to celebrate his birth. So I had no choice to chant, but this chanting actually is more longer. I cut it into half. So at least I compromised. After the whole thing, we usually chant his hymns. So the poem and then the hymns, but I kind of discarded it. So at least it's a little more shorter than always. So in any case, today is, as Ed mentioned, today is what is called the Gold Time. It's the celebration of the birth of our founder, Shin. So Shin was born in 1173 in Kyoto, Japan. And according to the history, Shin renounced the world and he basically became a monk, an ascetic monk of the dominant Tendai school of Buddhism at the age of 9. When he was 9, he became a monk. It's kind of unbelievable. Or it may be that he was forced to become a monk against his will. And modern historians have felt there must have been some reason for his entry into the monkhood, but yet they have not determined what exactly it was. The worldly conditions when Shinran became a monk contained many reasons for fleeing the secular world and entering a monastery. So he practiced this Tendai Buddhist teachings for 20 years. And at the age of 29, he realized that he had difficulty believing that such a path would work for him. So he eventually decided to leave. And after leaving the Tendai practice, he encountered his master, Honen, who also left the Tendai practice and was teaching a different path of Buddhism. And this is the Nimbus Pass. Shinran became a very devoted student of Honen. And in the Shoshinge, which we chanted today, as I said, he acknowledges his teachers, the masters, including Honen, and expresses his gratitude towards them. In one of his major works, Shinran stated, those who have been born first guide those who come later, and those who are born later join those who were born before. Shinran stated, he wrote this in the last chapter of his major work to express his deep appreciation to the many individuals who passed down the Nimbus teaching. Although he was a disciple of Honen, Shinran himself disclaimed any disciples. Thus he said in the text of the Tancho, as for myself, Shinran, I do not have a single disciple. So he refused to acknowledge, his followers as his disciples. However, his lineage kept alive his memory and teaching, which eventually became recognized as Jodo Shinchu, known as Shin Buddhism in the West. For this reason, Shin Buddhism is called a tradition with a master but no disciples. With a master but no disciples. So, what might it be that Shinran wanted us to understand the most through this Nimbus teaching? I think it might be what we can do and how we can live given our limitations. Let me tell you a Zen story in this regard. When Bankei held his weeks of secluded meditation, students from many parts of the country came to attend. The matter was, and during one of these gatherings, a student was caught stealing. The matter was reported to Bankei with the request that the thief be thrown out. Bankei ignored the case. Later, the student was caught in a similar act. And again, Bankei disregarded the matter. This angered other students who drew up a petition asking the thief be thrown out, stating that otherwise they would all leave. When Bankei had read the petition, he called everyone before him. You are wise brothers, he said to them. You know what is right and what is not right. You may go somewhere else to study if you wish, but this poor brother does not even know right from wrong. Who will teach him if I do not? I am going to keep him here even if all the rest of you leave. A torrent of tears cleansed the face of the student who had stolen. All desire to steal had vanished. The question that came up to my mind when I first read this story was, how well did Bankei know about the thief? How well did he know about the thief? If he knew him well, then it is easy for us to understand why he did not give up on him. But it may be that he did not know anything about the thief. And I think this is a very important point, because it is one thing to take a chance on someone you know, and another to do the same for someone that you do not know. I think I could have done the same, what Bankei did, if I knew the thief. But could I do so if I did not know anything about the thief? Probably not. So it's like, we can sacrifice our lives for our own children, but can we do as much for other people's children, especially those of people we do not know? We are all human, so we have these limitations. Of course, Shinran, although he is, we call him the founder, of our denomination, he was human too. So he must have had, his limitations as well. However, he understood well of his imperfection and was aware of it. But he did not see the situation as hopeless as one might think. He was able to accept his own limitation and become aware of it because he encountered a path by which he could maintain his hope and not discourage himself. That path was the Nimbus Path. The Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, which we recite, is the wisdom and compassion that is Amida Buddha become words. Wisdom is Amida Buddha's view of us as we really are. When we encounter the wisdom, what we realize is that we all have limitations which we cannot overcome completely. However, there's also the compassion that embraces us no matter what. Wisdom and compassion are not separate aspects, but wisdom is accompanied by compassion. As Reverend Uncle Hoshi mentioned in yesterday's Ekoji Spring workshop, the key significance of the Nimbutsu teaching is that we receive and not achieve. We receive and not achieve. Therefore, we need to receive both the wisdom that awakens us to our true selves and the compassion that supports us no matter what. It is when we receive the compassion that we can securely accept and become aware of our limitations revealed by the wisdom. Reverend Agos also said, when we receive more than we can achieve, life becomes brighter. Moreover, in the largest sutra, which is a fundamental sutra in our tradition, it is stated, without being asked to do so, Buddha becomes a good friend to each of the multitudes of beings and carries their heavy karmic burdens for them. Shin also says in the Tanisho, Amida Buddha's primal vow does not discriminate between the young and old, good and evil. True and trusting alone is essential. The reason is that the vow is directed to the person burdened with the weight of karmic evil and burning with the flames of blind desires. Therefore, compassion is a commitment and promise that Amida Buddha will shoulder our heavy karmic burdens no matter how backbreaking they are, and never to abandon us. That is to say, the compassion of Amida Buddha not only sympathizes our limitations, but owns it along with us. In the collected words of Shinna describes this compassion, this profound compassion of Amida Buddha as being like a magnet. So a magnet attracts metal, but even more, a magnet attracts both clean and dirty metal, new and rusty, round and square, and all sorts of different types of metals. Just like the different types of metals, the compassion of Amida is for all. In addition, magnets not only attract metal, but also have the power to change the metal that they attract into magnets. In the same way, the wisdom and compassion can transform our lives when we let them. Therefore, the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, does not have the power to make our dreams or wishes come true, nor does it create a miracle, but does have the wisdom that awakens us to truly who we are and the compassion that never abandons us regardless, and so we can securely accept ourselves just the way we are. In conclusion, I would like to paraphrase the words of Dr. Nobuo Haneda, the director of the Maeda Center of Buddhism in Berkeley. Please join me in Gassho, palms together. Many people think that Buddhism means a practice of efforts to perfect themselves. However, the most important thing in Buddhism is not practices of efforts to perfect themselves. It is the realization that something perfect, a wonderful Nembutsu tradition, is already given to us. We need only to receive it, to listen to it. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei. It is now time for the ritual of Shoko, the burning of incense. This is a time to quietly contemplate and reflect on the impermanence of life. A Shoko involves drawing incense from our shared bowl and we understand that individual comfort levels may differ. We offer this option to those who are comfortable doing so, but note that the ritual is not required. We invite you to come forward to the front table and to offer a gasho. And should you wish, place any dana, which is our offering of gratitude to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, in the bowl on the table. Dana is selfless giving and is used to support Ekoji's facilities, temple materials, our service books, and important programs and activities. To gasho is to place our palms together through the circle of beads, and onenju, and is an expression of gratitude. By doing this, we welcome into ourselves the three treasures, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. If you're new and would like to participate but feel unsure about the steps involved, a Sangha member wearing an okesa will be available in the rear of the hondo to accompany you and walk you through the process. Please approach mindfully, and once finished, please return to your seats via the side aisles, where we have placed hand sanitizer on both the left and the right. Reverend Hayashi will now lead us in closing meditation and recitation of the Nimbus. Okay, there are a few announcements. Meditation continues on Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. here in the Hondo, hosted by Frank Swimmers and Roger Scott. No registrations needed. Come as you are. Join our Dharma discussion group following the service. To participate, simply pull up a chair around the computer or stay on Zoom Live. The Zoom line, excuse me. Planning for a bone 2022 is underway. Your help is needed. The next committee meeting is scheduled for Sunday, June the 5th. 9 a.m. Wow, 9 a.m. And the temple cleanup starts at 10 o'clock. So we have to meet at 9 a.m. Today at 2 p.m. we have a Buddhist movie discussion group, and all are welcome to join the conversation surrounding the film Ong Bak in the Ekoji Zoom room. Saturday, June the 25th, 10 a.m. the Bone Stage Assembly will occur. Strong people are needed with tools to help set this up for our festival. Of course, we have a bone coming up on Saturday, June 9th from 5 to 9 p.m. A minimum of 100 volunteers are needed. Please pick a job and times and visit ekoji.org where you can find a link to sign up. Your early commitment to volunteering will be essential to our planning, so please take this time to do so. Thank you very much. Also, you can order a memorial candle for your loved one to pass on, which will be placed in the garden for the candlelight service, which concludes the fall festival. Just visit ekoji.org and you'll find the link there on the first page. On Sunday, July the 10th at 11 a.m., Ekoji will conduct a hybrid alone and hospital memorial service for our loved ones who have passed away since the last Devon in 2021. This is a special time to light a memorial candle during the hospital service. If you have lost a loved one, a dear friend, or family member during the past year and would like to participate in the hospital service, please either email ekoji.info@gmail.com by July the 5th or complete the registration form online at ekoji.org. And we will need you to provide the name of the deceased, the date of death, your name and relationship to the deceased, your email and phone number, and whether or not you will be able to attend the service on July the 10th. If you are unable to attend, we will have a Sangha member light the memorial candle for you. Your loved one doesn't have to be a member of Ekoji or even a Buddhist, for Amida Buddha's great vow of oneness with the universal truth includes all sentient beings. Our minister's assistants and lay leaders will be available to answer any questions you may have about the service or Shin Buddhism. They will be present in the foyer following our conclusion. Please feel free to approach them. And there is a lot of food outside of the Hondo on some tables out there, so please feel free to partake. And I'll let out a secret. Tomorrow is Daichi's birthday. Happy birthday, Daichi, wherever you are. That's it. Stay cool.